So, I guess after some delays, we are finally live here for week 5 of SATAL 2018. Today, I'm going to be your cameraman, Microvax, I guess that's obvious by now, and I'm joined for commentary on the whole battle by Tack and Stooge from the 104th and 51st Squadron.
Hi.
Hello.
It will be interesting. We have some new squads as Iranian squad here. First time I see them fly, it will be interesting to see what they come up with. All in F-15s as it looks from here.
I'm not familiar with either of these squadrons, to be honest.
Yeah.
Has any one of you seen them perform?
Nope. So
Micro?
it's
I don't remember if the Iranians were in SATAC. I don't think they were. I have seen them fly on the server, but I don't know anything about the Chinese festival guys.
So we go in without expectation then. I like that. We absolutely don't know what to expect.
yeah. What we can do is to double check if they are following the rules regarding the missiles.
4120Bs, was it correct? Yes?
Yep.
And no ETs.
Oh,
Was
ET
that also?
full load
no,
for the...
oh no, ET was, yeah, correct. I was killed by one and yeah, short memory.
Who has not?
Well, actually, they're not. They're taking 6 AMRAAM. Look at this.
Yeah, all of them. So
we should tell them.
yeah.
The Iranians or the Chinese?
Iranians.
Thank you, Stooge. We should
Yep.
not need to do this, but since we are,
we
have the time, we can do it.
I think it's the gentleman thing to do.
Yeah.
Because they might just, you know, could be language barrier or whatever, or that's just, or just laziness. But in the end, who cares, right? We want a good fight.
To be honest, so far I've only seen like 4 AMRAAMs, 2 AIM-7s on any, and I'm checking them all.
Oh, so AIM-7s? Oh,
yes.
Never mind. Oh.
Stooge counted. Like the AIM-7 is the thick one with like 3 Cs.
They look the same.
Double checking right now. Yes, they're rearmed. They're rearmed. We were rearming while we were...
I could swear it looked the same, but that's just my, you know, the brain kind of tricks you into stuff.
The China Festival is flying with the mixed setup of F-15s and Su-27s. What's interesting about today's flight is that we have an overcast with a quite mountain area. They fly Tanaki and Maikop, whereas they'll probably, yeah, they will meet over high ground. So, and we have an overcast on top of that. So it's going to be interesting as well to see if someone fall into the trap. I think it will be smart to just play it safe and stay in shape.
For the people on stream, I'm
sorry,
I don't know why the views are all off center. I'm not quite sure. I can't fix that right now.
I have to say
there is an option as well for the if you fly as blue to stay feet wet, and that would keep the red side feet dry. That could help you a little bit since you could stay lower compared to them. It looks that Chinese festival is or China festival is taxing right now the F-15s.
Yep, the Iranian Air Force also just started taxing.
Need to thank the heat blur. Thinking about the Iranians, they're probably waiting for the F-14 and releasing it.
It's kind of funny, like, considering, like, I think the F-14 has something like 130 to 4 kill to death, like, air quotes, kill to death ratio, or combat record, whatever you want to call it in real life. But I think it's only like 1 or 2 air kills which have been actually done by the US Navy. The rest is all by the Iranian Air Force. So basically most of the F-14's track record in like real air-to-air combat is actually from the Iranian F-14As.
I gotcha. And they are lining up.
I can confirm all the F-15s are carrying 4 AIM-120Bs and 2 AIM-7s and 2 AIM-9s.
That's good,
and
good stuff.
The flankers have 4 R-27ERs, 2 R-27ETs, and usually 4 R-73s, except there's one rebel here who's carrying the jammer pods instead.
He could maybe use them.
He'll jam the whole formation, if they're in formation. CNF Hawkman.
So yeah, we want to thank the heat blur for supporting this event, making it possible. We're all waiting for the F-14, as I mentioned, probably the this team that is flying, IRIAF, is probably waiting for it to show how good they are. Usually you can see how if the team is trained or not on their taxi, or how they line up on the runway. So far it looks good.
We should have like a taxing jury at the start of each round and give points on taxi scoring.
And give them, yeah, and give them points on it.
I guess we have, I think, what's the whole SATAL? I think it's like 36 matches or something like that, like something in the 30s. So we can make a mini league of taxi league.
It's a race. CNF had a disconnect, so I guess there's the first delay.
Yep.
I think their lead eagle disconnected. CNF 101. Yeah. The Iranians are bringing only 1 flanker, while the Chinese are bringing 3. So it's a bit of a unit composition difference.
Yeah, it looks like the flanker is, for the Iranians one, is the last one. It might work as an extra eye.
Yeah, that was my idea when I flew, but it didn't really work out. The Iranian flanker, let's hope he remembers to close his canopy on the takeoff, or we'll see a
Yeah.
fresh air flight.
Canopy is overrated, it's a non-mandatory part.
or how some claim, flying without canopy is OP. I never got it. I mean, you don't get such a good visibility increase or anything. I hear some use it because they hear better if somebody passes by. I don't know.
Okay, the ceiling is at 1,000 meters. So yeah, it will be really hard for them to go into those mountains because of the overcast.
How thick is it?
Heck.
Yeah, the weather might not be favorable for mountain games.
From 1,000 meters to 1,500. So 500 meters. That's not the problem. The problem is that it's so low, and they'll probably be, yeah, they'll fly over that altitude. So getting, you know, in those ridges and using the flanker, or you know, how do I say it? Using the data link will not be that efficient.
Blues are going from Sanaki and reds are going from Makeup. Yeah, there's a lot of tall hills here, so if it's the
Yeah,
numbers you said that they're gonna, in the middle, some of the mountains will penetrate through the cloud layer and above. But some of the valleys will also be possibly above the clouds. At least partially. But not completely.
okay. This 701 Chinese festival guy is pulling up again.
Struggling with TCS views. Nice. Arg. Stop it.
Well,
I
they
have to
scored
give
code.
credit to Eagle Dynamics on their work. The graphic looks great.
Yeah, 2.5 is awesome.
Let's see if we can get
Yeah.
11 real good data.
I love it.
Yeah, I have no complaints so far. It's amazing. All the credit to Eagle Dynamics.
There.
At some point, looks like they increased the detail on the, like geometrical detail on the missiles, for example. I'm looking at an archer's tail from really close because I'm focused on another plane and zoomed in from the external view, so I can like see some tubes here in the back of the missile or something or whatever, or some, yeah, it's pretty nice. Like the geometry's gotten better. I don't know when, but it did.
Oh, overall, I think they made a good job on the lighting and the feeling of depth. And
Yeah.
when you look at the mountains right now, it really looks good.
Yeah, I've never before
The
had
haze
such
and
a yeah, the feeling of immersion that it's real. It's definitely come much closer to reality now.
yeah, some of our guys in my squad, the 51st Bisons, got some VRs to enjoy the graphics, but unfortunately they were disappointed and stopped using it just because one of our pilots are using it and flying competitively. So I'm not saying that it's not working, but if you're used to fly on a big screen and seeing these great graphics and suddenly don't able to enjoy it, it kind of hurts. So I really hope VR brings it up soon enough for us to all really get easy and and experience the.
I heard they're bringing there's new VRs coming with a better resolution.
Yeah, that might be good.
The thing is, they need
we'll
also better performance from the graphics cards.
Okay, we have a go.
And
this festival is taking off.
In pairs. It's so
yeah, it looks great. And here we go.
Oh, the Iranians do it much better. They're taking all, all at the same time. That's nice. Of course, the flanker gets slightly left behind as usual, but that's normal. Eagles accelerate faster even with triple tanks, which is interesting. In 104th, we usually don't use triple tanks because of the dragginess, but
okay, Iranians look good. They look good.
Most definitely.
They look really good.
Very nice.
I would concentrate on them as a camera right now.
Yeah.
We also had some SR-71 flying over the combat area to check how the cloud level is looking, and like the higher mountains are pretty much good, but anything like around 10 to 4,000. Like the shallower valleys basically have cloud cover nearly to the bottom of the valley, so that's going to be a very risky maneuver to use those. But like the higher ones are pretty much clear.
There's though to consider that while the flanker favors the low in the valleys tactic, the Eagle doesn't have the radar altitude or radar altimeter, which makes it in some ways riskier for the Eagle to go really low into the clouds.
Very interesting though. They're choosing not to break through the clouds, just choosing to stay below the cloud or below the layer, if I might say like that, cloud layer, and that's interesting as well.
I don't think they can stay there forever. They'll have to
think,
climb at some
I
point.
think they heard that. They are just climbing right now. They're going through the clouds now.
You think they're listening?
No, there's a 5-minute delay on unless like we have some next level side channel attacks and I'm being spied on. No, unlikely.
No, it could be that they're just waiting for taking the right course and just then starting to climb, because it's kind of hard if you would turn and climb through the clouds. So could be that as well.
Yeah. Or it could be that there's no logical reason, things that just happen.
Okay, they are flying, it looks like in pairs. They're not forming up pretty well yet. Yeah. Left-hand view.
As I was saying about the three fuel tanks, since all of them have them, I think neither of the teams are looking to really maximize energy on the first engagement. Yeah, we'll see. I think kind of aggression is really more powerful than a playing it safe approach, but we'll see how it goes.
I mean, I don't think there is anything that is wrong. It's more of how well you execute the what you're want to execute, and how well you are executing your plan. So you cannot say this martial art or this thing is better than the other if it's kind of equal. It's more of how well you execute the things.
No,
So
but just
if you play well and play aggressively very well, I bet you can beat anyone. But if someone is playing really well defensively, they might, it's kind of depends who plays better tactically wise.
Yeah, of course, nothing is for sure. Just get a feeling that a passive play might, end up in getting overrun if the other team is excessively aggressive. But it all depends. Being too aggressive also will get you killed. So it's the execution is, of course.
Yeah,
it's the execution.
Really curious what IRIAF is going to do here. Like the formation is pretty nice, I got to say. Like I don't think we usually see them flying. Like we usually see from takeoff that it's like going to be two ships, like 3 ships or 2 3 ships, stuff like that. But right here it seems like pretty much like it's one big bunch on the Iranian Air Force side, but it's looking more organized than just a bunch TM. So I'm kind of curious what they're going to do. It looks like they could have a very well planned out strategy.
And the festival seems to fly into 3 ships, and those 2 in the backs having 2 in the front and 1 in the back, which would be called Stinger. And front F-15s are reversed. 1 F-15 at front and 2 at the back. It's like reversed. So at the moment, the Chinese festival is already setting up for their tactical formations, while the Iranians are still not showing what they will come up with. They are staying close and holding the cards close to them.
Yeah, that can be pretty, especially when you consider that they have low tack. where they basically have one dude which can see right from the start how they're forming up, if it's an AWACS
Look at those
coverage.
tanks go. Look at the Iranians. They pick all their tanks at the same time. That was so cool.
Yeah, I missed that. But
why? That's a good question.
why they
We have
pickled or
more-
why I missed it?
No, why they pickled? Okay, they still have one bag. That's interesting. Maybe they're gonna hit the energy thing now with the one bag.
Actually, maybe it's a good thing. And now when I'm back to F2 view, they might have some chance here to fly in the mountains. They're so high that they...
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Looking visually, this isn't so bad, really.
No,
I
it's
mean,
okay. It looks good.
There's some white fluffy areas here and there, but
There we go. Iranians are forming a tactical position, formations. They're spreading out. Two of them is going in a spread, it seems.
Chinese are coming in 2 waves, basically. 2 waves of 3, with the flanker accompanying the second wave. Iranians are in
Range is
1
now
wave.
55 miles.
There we go. They're splitting up. There we go. But I'm surprised they're staying quite low. They're staying at 5,000 meters.
The Chinese are doing some kind of split as well, within the two waves. And they're all splitting up.
Yeah. Iranian Air Force, I think they were prepared. They know what they have a little plan here. Might have GCI helping them out as well.
Look at the pattern though. With the Chinese, the flankers are hanging back while the Eagles take the force of the first engagement.
I think that is correct.
Yes.
And the leading high Eagles of the Chinese Air Force team are doing like something like 800 knots to airspeed right now. So that will be roughly somewhere around Mach 1.67, something like that.
If you look at the Chinese formation, there's some kind of, I think there's some kind of male organ analogy here, but maybe that's just me.
Reverse Stingers, one in the front and two at the back, while the Iranians are flying in pairs, two each, like in the Stinger as well, reversed.
I think we're going to see some missiles fired soon because like the Chinese dudes are like really pushing 850 knots. Here come the first AMRAAMs on the leading Iranian Air Force ship.
Two of them are flying really low.
Only one missile out so far.
The middle one is flying really low. He has a missile on him.
That exchange doesn't yield any kills.
It seems that the Iranians are playing aggressively here, as you wanted.
Oh look! We're gonna have a merge right away.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Do they see each other? They might just pass each other unseen. They don't see each other. Look,
yeah,
the
altitude difference is massive.
Yep. No, he sees him. The Iranian guy sees him.
That means he's yeah.
Maybe he's not.
I think he got
IRIAF Falcon might get hit here. Look, IRIAF Falcon's got hit. Might be still flying though with one engine.
He really pushed this Hawk 1. He pushed through and he's alone there. Squeezed in. One of the Iranian Air Force guys is got himself in a bad position. His buddies are not supporting him. They need to support him.
Northwest, IRIAF Hawk is engaging CNF 700. Oh, never mind.
They have some losses already. 3 of them have crashed or got splashed. Oh, sorry, 2 of them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 2.
Hawk 1 got in a really good position. It's a pity his body got shot down. He has a good opportunity now to press. But it seems they are organized. In my opinion, they are too spread out at the moment and not supporting each other.
There's a missile coming for 707 though. I don't think though it's going to reach now.
Now we have one, yeah, 707 is in bad position. Probably gonna eat it, so that's a good playing.
Yep.
Good flying, there we go.
He's hit. Still had his tanks on. It's a bit of a mistake.
3 versus 5 right now. Exchange from Hawk 1, Hawk got him, and he got splashed as well. It's 2 versus 4 right now.
I think the flanker's gonna get hit here. Maybe.
Interesting setup. They were not playing the long game. They were going very aggressively in. Iranians.
Yeah.
There we go, he got
Flanker
him.
down. 3 versus 2.
Yeah, it might get interesting. The Chinese are extending. No, he got the missile off a B on
IRIAF Challenger is in
Challenger.
trouble.
Yeah. I think he made it.
I think he
There we go,
spoofed
they're
it into the
pushing.
terrain. I'm not sure
They're
though.
pushing 2 versus 1 now. It's looking good for the Iranians if he doesn't get splashed there. No, he got splashed, and
I think Challenger's gonna get shot here.
yeah,
Or?
was a good fight.
Or no, what happened? Challenger's firing on somebody. Oh, he's hit.
Interesting.
it.
There we go.
It looked like the Iranians had a chance for a moment, but yeah.
Yeah, I think his aggressive tactic as the plate worked well. He pushed through, but unlucky he didn't see the guy that over him that could at least be equalize the situation, but unfortunately missed it. So from there on, they lost the guy and continued to downwards. But it was pretty close. We got 3 aircrafts of 6, so
Yeah, I think Hawk was in a really good position there. It's a pity he didn't.
yeah, he was there several times.
I think he was also like there was a connection issue. Like I had him frozen on at least on my end for like a good 3 to 5 seconds. That might have played into it, but I'm not sure.
But that's what's interesting about those streams and about these matches where everyone gets to fly. And again, thanks to Heath Blur, we have something to fly for. It's always funnier to look forward to something as an F-14 that might have a chance to get introduced to the tournament, and on top of that, some prizes. So, and what at least for me as a that enjoys to fly competitively, and the whole idea behind this is to see different squads, to see how they fly, and maybe give them more motivation to actually train on their tactics and come up with different setups, how to challenge different squads, and this gives us opportunity to actually show it live. So it couldn't be better.
So we have 1 surviving flanker and 2 eagles on the Chinese. Flanker has 2 unused ERs on the fuselage, nicely enough. One eagle used all its AMRAAMs, and the other still has 1 AMRAAM left. Nobody survived with damage. All of these planes look untouched to me. Untouched by damage.
Yep.
Cool, be right back.
Yeah, and everyone who is helping us and supporting us, Microbox and 104th and we all as a community have to work together in order to achieve a little bit better things than just casual flying on the server. As Iron Mike mentioned last time, flying matches like this and having the pressure on you is totally different than just joining on the server or even flying a co-op mission with your friends. There is something different here that is hard to explain, so I would recommend people to join squads and fly against others and get that feeling that you cannot experience just by being in uh, a casual server. It boils down to that. Why is it so? It just boils down to your bodies that you fly with are dependent on you, and if you die, they're gonna suffer. So philosophy behind it is not harder than that. It becomes more. You get more pressure, I guess. Some like it, some not, but um, we, as in 51st, or those who fly in this tournament, definitely love it and get to feel the pressure.
It's doing a
It's like
1,200
night
knots
and
at
day. You can fly on the server, not being
70,000 feet. Holy shit, he's
stressed
holding
out, or
us.
you can be really calm, and then suddenly you have a squad match, and you want to obviously win, and you become slightly more nervous, and you have to imagine real life pilots when they get information on the headphones that they have aircrafts coming their way, what goes through their their body. Anyway, it's 1-0 to Chinese Festival. They did a good job. Stayed cool, didn't press. Two of them extended, and the Iranian guy Hawk didn't do so, so he got himself in a bad position. So did one of the Chinese Air Force, Chinese Festival guys, but he managed to kill one of them in the process. So before he got himself killed, so um, that boiled down to their win. Anyway, I have to give them a good remark for now I'm thinking about it. I have been flying before in the multiplayer events, as in red flags with 104th, but I didn't look at them in that sense. Right now, we got really to see what they're up to and how good they are, the Iranian Air Force and the Chinese festival. So it's interesting. They did well. They introduced them very strong. It would be nice if they could take back a round now, so we could see a final one.
I think there's a good chance of IRIAF winning one of the next rounds. I think it's like they had good opportunities, and if they had capitalized on them, I think this round could have very well have ended the other way around. I don't think like that there was a big disparity that they couldn't have won or anything. I think the next round is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you. It didn't look to me as you know, the tactic won, because both of them got themselves or had some good opportunities. It's just that unfortunately one side got capitalized or got more on it than the other.
All right, time to score the landings. CNF 405 is landing.
Yep.
All right.
What's the touchdown speed for the Eagle usually? Or what's AOA? AOA, he's currently at 12 degrees AOA, flaring as he comes down, 135
Oh.
knots. And I'm not
I'd
sure if
give
that...
that
No, it's
seven
okay.
and what say the judges? I say 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it was somewhere there around, yeah.
Not bad, but a bit, maybe a bit
Uh,
tail heavy and a bit of a bump.
I like that he had his nose up and
Yeah, he did some aero braking. Okay,
yeah,
I'll give him an 8 for that.
an 8. It's funny that we are. I don't want to be as a judge. I guess he's in the cockpit, feels how good he did it, but it looked well from our perspective.
I read that for the Eagle aero brake, the standard is 13 degrees nose up during the aero brake, while in heavy crosswind it would be only 10 degrees to make it a bit safer. Okay, CNF 707 is landing. Gear is down, flaps are down. Brakes are out. Everybody likes landing with their brakes.
Okay,
I
he's
usually...
landing on the taxiway, it seems, or
No,
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 he's
it's
not.
all good. Do we have aero braking? No. Bit off center. 7.25 for him. Okay, 7.5 for CNF 707 for his landing. Let's check the kill counts here. Usually they're not evenly distributed. Okay, we have CNF 909 has half the kills.
404 got one. One of them that got splashed got one, and you're missing one kill from someone.
Oh, Mr. 909.
He's nervous.
This is...
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, even I wanted to say this. Even a landing can be more, you know, nerve-wracking in these situations. It seems he.
I think he missed it, like he already had his gear out. I think he didn't see the airport in time. He tried to turn in, but then he noticed that, well, like, touchdown is not going to happen, and he just, like, really
we'll see a
trapped gear.
steep approach with style here.
Like,
flaps are down.
You can basically hammerhead the Mirage, like, if you extend the gear and the air brake on the top of the hammerhead, like you just do, like, a 600 knots airfield flyby, like, 300 feet or what. And then you just pull it up, and, like, when you're, like, basically at the top and hammerheading over, you basically just extend the gear and the air brake, and then you keep the AOA in a glide in, like, at 12 to 13 degrees, and there goes the server. Then you can actually, like, nearly vertically land. It's pretty funny.
He was not going to make the landing, though. You saw him go so fast that his flaps retracted. So he was going to overshoot the landing there. But servers cut off, so let's wait for the next one.
Hey guys, I'll be right back in 2 minutes while we are restarting the server. Everyone is turning up.
Servers back up.
Gobby.
So the pressure's on the IRIAF side.
Indeed it is, but I think there's a good chance they're going to pull this one around.
Oh, most certainly. Definitely. Oh, I zoned out completely. What's going on?
They're spooling currently, so I guess they're
Alright.
going to taxi soon.
The compositions... CNF are missing a one. Are they not?
Yeah, I think there was one because of timeout. I'm not sure.
Oh, someone's connect. Yeah. I think now they have a full... But then IRIAF are missing one too. And there he is. Everyone's present and accounted for.
I think they changed something about the view system. I'm not quite sure. Like I'm in F. Should be in free camera mode, but I'm not. I think I can't move the camera. It's kinda sad. Free camera.
Some of these guys are spooling in hangars and the hangar doors look closed. I wonder if they're open for them.
We have seen people crash into closed hangar doors, I think a week ago or two. So, but we also have seen people go through closed hangar doors, so I guess we'll see.
So what do you think? It's a 50-50 or a 40-60 maybe? The chance of catching a door?
Good question, I don't know. I think it wouldn't be too complicated to have ground crew command to just open hangar doors. I think that would be sometimes kind of useful, so yeah.
Yeah, well that's next level stuff, you know.
Next level, like, super complicated. Totally more complicated than flight model and radars and all that jazz.
Yeah. Someone came through the doors now. IRIAF AW. He survived the gauntlet just fine. Loadouts look identical to what was before. Actually, I take that back. This time the CNF have 2 flankers carrying jammer pods. Must be a...
So you say the amount of paperweight in this fight has increased by 100%?
Yes, indeed. Exactly 100%. But, that's probably a very thoroughly thought out tactical decision.
The thing with jammers in DCS is...
Yeah, I'm... In case somebody thought I was serious.
Shh. We could have had such a nice discussion about jammers, but you just denied me. I'm sad
well,
now.
no. We can still discuss it. Like what I mean.
It gives the Mirage. The Mirage will see you from further away and will actually be able to track you and look at further than 30 nautical miles.
Well, didn't you claim that when we were playing on longbow, did you claim that the Mirage jammer helps you avoid the roll-in SAMs?
Ah, yeah. Against SAMs, it definitely reduces the range they are able to lock on. That's true.
Yeah, but you mentioned that when you pull 9G, the missile misses, and I kind of got the implication that it was because of the jammer.
No, that has nothing to do with the jammer.
Yeah, exactly. But that's actually annoying because if you pull 9Gs, it misses, right? But if you pull 8, it doesn't really. And the flanker doesn't really like pull exactly 9G, does it?
Yep.
But it kind of puts it in the danger zone, right? So
yep.
Yeah.
Well. If you can't outpull is always like last option, but like the thing is the Roland SAM is not it's not exceptionally fast. It's doing 1,000 and a little bit knots, and the thing is it's not decelerating. But the thing is, as soon as the motor burns out, it basically self-destructs 1 or 2 seconds later. So you basically have very good Q of if it's defeated or no.
Yeah. There's some inconsistency. I'm looking at CNF lineup here. There's some inconsistency in how they're using the landing lights. Should we decrease points for that?
Maybe.
Minus 0.2 points of the takeoff, I mean, perhaps. Or do we score taxiing here? We score taxiing, of course. Maybe they'll switch them on for takeoff. Let's look at the Iranians, what they are doing. Oh, look at this. How many points decrease for this? Everyone else has taxi lights on, except the... Oh yeah, the flanker can't. I guess that's the whole... Or... Do the lights just... Ah, no, it looks good. Yeah, we'll give the Iranians 10 points for this lineup. Look how pretty it is. The flankers behind and everyone's line up really nicely here. Yeah. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I would say it's solid.
Yeah. Full 10 points for this lineup for IRIAF. IRIAF.
You speak Finnish, right? So, like, why do you have problems with fancy combination of letters?
If you pronounce it in Finnish, it would be IRIAF.
Yeah, it makes sense.
IRIAF Gunslinger.
We'll just call them Iranian Air Force.
Yeah. But what's the I stand for then? If it's IR, less like Irani. But why is there another I? I do not understand. AF is Air Force. Okay, fine. Let's look at the takeoff here. I look at the Iranian because they just have a better lineup.
Didn't help to win the match or the round. So let's see. They didn't help to win the round, the lineup. Let's see if it helps this time.
But this time it's even better. Oh,
yeah.
Except one of them tripped on the brake, so yeah. Now the takeoff is a bit.
Chinese festival is taking off.
Okay, that's a nice.
Airborne.
Okay, I like that too. That's nice. I think the Chinese win in the takeoff department, though. Even if it was in two parts, this takeoff didn't become a mess, so...
yeah.
I say they win here. Looks like they did come through the clouds in the turn.
Yeah, that's what's interesting to me.
You were saying, Micro.
I was just about to say that someone forgot to retract his air brake, but I think it was actually... I'm not sure if it was intended, but like he had his air brake out in the clouds, and I was like, why? Like there's not much reference to which he could want to brake for inside the clouds, so I was a little bit confused.
I know. With his breakout, he's gonna move the cloud mass away more, making better visibility for his teammates.
It's like a snowplow just for clouds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, makes perfect sense. That's how the Americans control the weather.
Conspiracy theory intensifies. I don't know if, like, the Iranian Air Force leading F-15 is morsing with his nav lights. I'm not quite sure they're blinking for me.
Yeah, I don't understand the lineups at the moment. What's going on? They are reforming.
Both are clustered up. The Chinese are more in a kind of a logical way, perhaps. Certainly this is different from the last time, so they're mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, it seems the China Festival team is going for different tactics this time. They are having those 2-3 ships in a spread. Last time they had them in a trail. Interesting, and they're changing the approach, it seems. The Iranians are doing the same. They're keeping it close. They maybe are talking right now and having a setup that they're gonna get in with. Last time we noticed that they were pretty aggressive. Two of them went in, were unlucky, but it could turn in their favor. I would say they were just unlucky. It was not the tactics that didn't work. We'll see what has to come.
Oh no, so overall in competitions, whatever you're competing I find that it's good to change things, to do things a bit differently every time, because even if there's no clear benefit, it kind of messes with the opponent's head, even subconsciously. This subtle things, doing it a little different formation, different approach, whatever. It can kind of throw the opponent off balance, even if they don't realize it.
It could be, yeah. They usually put their bases on the previous flight, and if you change it from what was the previous experience, like you're saying, you can catch them off guard and get something there.
Yeah, but here situational awareness is still a big issue, because even in the initial engagement there were holes, big holes in the situational awareness. Bandits got through to each other without seeing each other, and that's kind of, I mean, once the fight goes on, it kind of becomes inevitable, but on the first approach, in general, it would be good to see all the bandits with the radar.
I felt like Iranians did well. He pushed through, but it seems like his buddies were not supporting that push. If they would, it might be, would be better. But he just was left alone there. Same went for the Chinese festival. One of their guys, got there and got the attention of two guys. If they would have anyone there, another guy from the Chinese festival, they could definitely at least get two guys in exchange of one. So they both had opportunities to be on top of each other, but I wouldn't say they used them.
One of the potential problems that can happen here is like part of the team is very aggressive, and then somebody, like one or two guys, usually they too passive, and they get scared and they run away. And especially if they have like a AMRAM behind them, and that AMRAM will just keep spiking and keep beeping there forever,
Yep.
way after it's been defeated, and you're just running away from it like, oh, I'm so scared. And of course,
And you are, because it's a competition. You don't want to risk anything, so you take extra precaution of everything.
yeah, but even
Yeah.
if you know you have support, then
Mhm.
the aggression kind of suffers from that if you
Yeah.
extend too far. And that's what I saw what happened with the Chinese team in the first match. I saw one of the dudes were like way out behind, cold and without any apparent reason. So
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be some kind of support still, even if it's just radar or just situational awareness. But if there's no support at all, then you're being useless, right?
Yeah.
Interesting thing we have happening right here is that the two Chinese festival flights are nearly 20 miles apart from each other, and actually this time it's the flankers which are actually in the front and the F-15s in the back.
Confusion. However, 20 miles, I would say 20 miles is, if it ends up like that, it's too far, because you got one bunch engaged and the teammates are 20 miles away. They can't help you with anything, right? We'll see.
So
We'll see.
it seems the Chinese festival are going actually approximately same tactics as they used before. They switched side, as you were saying. The Iranians are splitting up right now into a tactical formation, which is at the moment cannot figure out what it is, but it seems it's 2, 2, and 2. 2 in the front and 2, like let's say like a inverted stinger, but with two aircrafts in each wing. It seems like the Iranians are using like a spear, where they are using those two front aircraft as a bait to push very hard and get the attention, while those two others are getting in and trying to get benefit of that situation. didn't work out last time. We'll see how it goes.
Look at CNF 801. He's in the front all alone. I think he's going to be a missile sponge or perhaps a human shield, or what we have in Finland the saying, meat wall.
We meat wall. We in Sweden we have something called meatballs.
Yeah,
It's-
we have them here too.
I'm just
Meatball.
okay.
Okay, maybe another
Let's
wall.
let's see who has the meatballs right now in this competition.
Yeah,
And
the bigger ones.
the bigger ones, yeah, and get their team to a victory. So it seems the Chinese festival is holding up their position. As expected, they're coming in 2 and 2 and 2. The Iranians.
Paying close attention to CNF 801, what's he gonna do? I hope he's targeting the front guy here, IRIAF AW, and he's gonna
43
hopefully,
kilometers.
it's about soon time to shoot the ER off.
Yeah, we could if you wanted. Probably
Yeah,
win.
Where's
Comes
There
in
we
the
go.
ET? He's going for the
ET.
cheap shot. Let's see if it sinks. Let's see if
He's
this guy's
fast.
flaring. Is he flaring? The AW? Yeah, he's flaring. He knows he's under attack. That ET is gonna miss.
She's
Oh, but
tracking.
but
ET is tracking.
Oh, he
It
was an
is-
afterburner. It might still hit. Who knows? It was a
No,
long shot. No,
it's
no,
not.
no.
Okay, there
Range
it
was too
comes. It looks good. Tactically, it looks very good.
Oh,
There's
another
something-
ET off. I don't think he sees this one.
No,
Let's
it's
focus on
505, getting an ET on
AW. IRIAF AW. Not deploying flares, flying straight.
It's
Might
not
get hit.
deploying flares, as you're saying. I don't think it will have the energy, but this looks dangerous.
This could sink.
Challenger is getting some aim 7s off. And
Oh, it's going to hit. Yup.
Oh! He just
There
got
we
an
go.
MRAM off. Look at that. Will he get revenge from the grave?
He got him. There we go.
Got a eagle down. Another ET in the air on IRIAF Gunslinger. Not flaring. He's gonna get hit here.
Oh,
Too late. That's too late.
Challenger got splashed as well by an AIM-120B.
Oh, that ET missed. Got real
Oh.
lucky there.
They were good on their tactics, but their individual skills were a little bit lacking, I would say. That's the balance you need. You need individual skills and you need a teamwork. It's not only one or the other.
Yeah. Hunter is in trouble. He's hit, I believe.
Hunter is...
But his aircraft looks relatively fine. It's only 20-30.
He won't. Will he pull up from here?
Looks like it.
Survived that. That wouldn't have
versus
happened in the
6.
past.
It doesn't look good for Gunslinger.
Gunslinger gonna push it hard here, I think. He's gonna go full aggressive with his flanker. Let's see
Hunter
if
is
he's...
I think it's
Hunter,
Alabian's
ER.
toast though. Yeah.
There we go. He'll probably get the revenge on him by AIM-120B. Yes, he got it. It's 2 versus 5 right now. The Gunslinger might get it. Let's see.
One thing
That
is
looks bad.
merged here, yeah, but yeah. Where comes R73 when?
They're merged.
I
Oh,
think
he's in a
either
bad
Gunslinger is
position.
trying to get away or he's blind. But I think the flanker also is kind of blind because he turned away from him without
Yeah,
firing
he
anything.
stumbled with as well.
That flanker 505, he shot down his own archer. He actually shot his own archer with another archer.
That's the reason I don't double tap magics after each other fast, because I just want them to first clear like a Seeker cone.
I think his verticals can pick the
Interesting
old missile.
fight. It seems the Chinese festival were keeping it together better, and now the Gunslinger is overwhelmed by 3 Chinese festival guys coming on him from all directions.
He's gonna
First
get squished here.
AIM-120B is launched at him, the second one from 2 different directions, and he is done.
That's another hit. Still flying, incredibly. One more coming. This one's gonna eat it. Look at that
He's
missile
really
go.
low. He's really low.
Oh, might miss,
In the
might
mountains.
miss. That missed, yeah. Nice notch. He got a missile off.
There's
He's in
one
the
coming for him,
mountains.
though. Oh, and it got spoofed as well.
Nice, gunslinger. Go for it. Get them all.
If they were all
An
flying
ER.
like this...
Oh! Oh, that ER. You don't survive that.
Oh, yeah. He was fighting well. They have the last guy, Fuji, who is running for his honor. And it's gonna be hard for him to do something. They
Let's
did
see,
a good fight.
As an F-15 directly overhead him. They basically merged without knowing it. I would say that's less than a mile.
Think
Yeah,
the
it's definitely
North
less
guy.
than a mile.
There we
Archer
have a
away.
missile off.
This archer might... Oh no.
It will get... No.
120B coming for Fuji. Think he survived that. Yeah, he's alive
It's
for now.
gonna be hard. He's surrounded by it. But they did a good fight.
Yeah, now this is not survivable anymore, I think. Oh,
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Good fight.
It was okay.
Oh, another archer might connect. Oh, it connected. He got number 707. Flanker is hit by an archer. And the wings dropped off, and here we go. Revenge from the grave.
Yeah. Chinese festival, congratulations. Good flying. They had better composure throughout the flight. And it seems, I think it boiled down to Iranians didn't have the individual skill that were required. They got killed in the second round by shots that, in my opinion, should have been avoided. I could give them as a tip, you know, try not to go for the kill the first round or the first pass. But it's all tactical, you know. Try not to get killed in the first pass. Have to expect those A120Bs or ET shots, so flares out or whatever you have to do against A120B, which is notch or, you know, extend. And you have to expect them. You cannot just wait for launch warning on your radar warning receiver, because usually that's gonna be too late, especially if you're at high altitude.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, interesting to see their approach. And we have something to bite in, everyone who is flying. I think the Chinese festival and the Iranian Air Force is gonna be what's to count with in this tournament. I wouldn't you know, take anyone out, but we know there have been some surprises throughout the tournament. Anything can happen. I was surprised, for example, that Thaw won over 104th. That was kind of a surprise to me. And it was a very hard match as well. In this one, it looked like Iranian Air Force had things under control. They went in well. But the individual skills, some of them got shot down by, as we call it, cheap shots, as an ET from a long range or a A120 from long range. You need to survive, and if you get killed from 10 kilometers, that's fine, but when it boils down to long range shots, you need to avoid them, or you're gonna suffer. And they got two of them got flashed down by such long range shots, so that usually won't work out. So let's see on their landing. I hope the server is not closing so we can see it and judge it.
Be judging. Let's see if these guys have damage. Oh, they dropped their missiles to get home faster.
Yeah, they're kind of holding off.
Yeah, no one of them has damage.
Lead F-15 is just doing casual 1,200 knots ground speed. I tell you guys, that's the speed to be at. Anything below that is pedestrian.
Only one of them has nav lights. The rest don't. So I guess we decrease points for that. For points for RTB, and no close formation. That's another
Look at that
point
speed.
away.
Kaboom, motherfucker.
So I like the contrails though. So I'll give him an 8.5 for the RTB part of the mission.
People have correcting us. I'm not sure if that's true, but it's Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force, the IRIAF. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
All right. Well, that's very good to know.
We're professionals. We're professionals. We're very well prepared for all this.
Highly trained monkeys.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well.
MiG-21 was created for it. So.
One's hard to land. Well.
Can I have my cop, please?
I'll not continue on that one. Anyway, you're not flying in a formation as you're saying. You're maybe just flying want to get home as fast as possible. Usually it's nice to be not. You don't have to be close, but
I wish there was a setting to just reset 11 view
formation when you're RTBing from a fight that you won. Kind of feels okay. Maybe it was unfortunate they lost some of the guys during the fight, but at least
yeah, they're mourning them now.
They're mourning them. They got three points to continue.
Mr. 101 is he's making a fast pass here. Yep. Not landing quite yet. If I were to guess, the first one to land might be Mr. 505. Or Mrs., who knows? Maybe they have female pilots. You never know. Shouldn't assume anything in this world. Mr. / Mrs. 505 coming for approach.
It's too fast. It looks too fast to me, and there is gears coming down.
Mr. 101 is coming. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fast. Look at the flaps in. This might end up in overshoot. And
I think
he's increasing thrust. Yeah,
yep.
he realized that this is not going to work. He's going to go around.
And these festivals landings have been kind of interesting. Like I'm saying, you're more nervous when you fly like this. And
what's interesting, look at the flanker go. It's like he uses left rudder for some reason. It's like is he doing a side slip, or is he actually trying to turn left with that rudder? That's the most interesting approach I've seen in a long time. You think he's gonna touch down here?
Interesting to me. I think he's gonna have to go around as well. It's.
They have the parachute. That chute will stop it. If he touches down here within, say, 5 seconds, he'll make it.
It seems he's coming down.
Yeah, just hope
he's coming down one wheel. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, deploy the brake chute. Brake chute.
We will not see it, I guess.
I might still make it regardless. I mean, his touchdown speed was okay.
I would give for that one a 3 or 4.
I'll give him a okay, maybe 3 for the approach. For the touchdown, a 6.
It was a one-wheel touchdown. It's not recommended to risk breaking it.
Yeah, he didn't break it though, or did he?
No, but it's not recommended to touch down on one wheel.
Yeah. Well,
And
6 is not a good grade, so I guess.
it,
93.
that didn't. I'm sorry to say, how much as I would like to. Oh, 101 touchdown.
You have pilot number 405 next on approach, am I correct? And right
Excellent.
behind him, pilot number 909. Both of them have their flaps deployed, which indicates at least a chance of touching down at a good speed.
Yeah, 405 is currently doing 162 knots indicated at 9 degrees area. Should be pretty good here.
It's around, 160 is pretty good for the approach and even for the touchdown. If it's real heavy, then go to the 170. 150 can result in a bit of nose high that I don't like.
Currently
We
it's
have,
doing
we
135
have some
knots.
wind. That's what's going on there.
Bit of nose up, but that might still be okay. Bit of
A good landing.
like a routine jet
Ooh,
airline
this guy's
lander.
coming in behind too fast.
Oh,
Oi, oi, oi.
he's
It's
gonna
coming
break
in
now.
too fast.
Will they have a yeah, they see each other now.
Okay.
That's close though.
That was funny as well. But okay, they all made it. They all back. Congratulations to Chinese Festival. Definitely a squad to count with. Everyone else. They executed their tactical formations pretty well.
Yep.
They could improve a little bit on the landings.
Well, you don't win the fights with landings, so
No, you don't.
you only get points for them.
That's what the difference were here. But I guess the Iranian Air Force were executing the takeoff slightly better. We didn't see the landings, but yeah, the Chinese festival executed slightly better, I would say, in individual skills because they were not shut down in the first exchange.
All right. Well, this was fun. I'll thank you both for the company and so on. I gotta run some errands now, so I'll be back later for some
Thank you,
flying or
Stooge,
whatever.
for joining us, and I'll see you around.
Yep.
Say
Like a
hello
quarter
to
pound.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, will do.
Yes, Twitch.
See ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
So yeah, I guess this concludes this. We have a winner with Chinese Festival winning 2-0 after 2 rounds which could have gone another way but didn't. Some bouncy landings. And yeah, I thank
And
you
that's
for...
the end of Fatal match 5, I guess. And yeah, I have to thank you for watching.
And next week Malta should be. I think next week I'm flying. Actually, I just noticed. I was like, wait, what is next week? So next week I think we fly, like RVE flies against. I don't remember who. I think we fly against the ITGC, and that's going to be interesting. I'm not quite sure yet what we're going to do, so I can't even spoil it yet.
Yeah, that would be a nice spoiler. Anyway, I would then say good luck to you, and hopefully Molter gets back and continue with his epic streams. I'm glad I could get in and implement him, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and see you around.
Bye bye.